Hey, what up everybody? We are back with another standard video, and this time we're playing Elementals. Now, you might be thinking, this isn't the four-color Elementals deck. Where's your Deceits? Where's your Wistfulness? All those other cards? Nah. We're playing Izzet Spellementals, basically standards version of Izzet Murktide. You want to resolve a Sunderflock? Get a bunch of Eddy Merc Crabs and Hearth Elementals to make it super easy for you to cast this for 2 or 3 mana instead of the full 7. And then just tempo your opponent out with some good card draw, some good counter spells, and a little bit of burn. Now, obviously, Murktide, and especially Izzet Murktide, is a thing of the past, but this deck feels really close to it, about as close as you can get to a standard version of the deck. Basically, you want to play a really good game plan where you're slowing your opponent down, taking them off of their creatures, and then just start sticking big threats and poking through chunk after chunk after chunk to bring your opponent down. Now, our sideboard, much like how the Izzet Murktide ones used to be built, are basically surrounded around this idea of protecting your queen. Alright? Annul. There to deal with Rest in Peace, there to deal with Soul Guide Lantern, which we play a couple copies of ourselves to deal with opposing graveyard decks. Disdainful Stroke for big things. Control, board wipes, big planeswalkers. Negate, here to deal with just general things. A singleton copy of Bellion the Parched, Hydro Man from the Spider-Man set. Here, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to come in for the grindy matchups, put us up to 21 lands technically, and let us basically keep an extra mana up if we play some blue spells. While he's a creature, he gets pumped up, so that's cool. Extra copy of Get Out for all the creature decks. Wan Chi Tong to grind, gain some extra card advantage. Roku, card advantage, grind. Rao, card advantage, grind. Broadside over here to deal with big creatures. If we run into an opposing Elementals deck, we need it for them. Abrade to deal with the Izzet Lessons matchup. Pyroclasm for all the green decks and all the little creatures. Sorcerer's Spyglass here because mostly Kaido. Kaido is a huge problem. That Dimir deck is excruciating to play against. But hey, don't forget, like and subscribe to the channel. Alright, I know this says get out, but I need y'all to get in to this channel. Hit that subscribe button, make some comments, and I'll see you guys in match number 1. Alright, match number 1, and we gotta mull this. It's got no lands. This hand is a lot more keepable. Let's keep it, and honestly, we're gonna put back that Steam Vents. We've got Opt, we've got things to help us draw some cards. I don't hate this, but we need to keep our spell count really high if we want to have any shot. Opponent is a... Oh god, they're playing just Simic nonsense. There's a very good chance that we get blown out by them just vomiting their hand. Alright, so opponent shocks that in and plays a Badger Mole. We're going to take a peek, grab this, and pass. God, opponent vomited their hand even harder. They hit Ashling and everything else that they needed. Okay. Well, we're going to do this and just go until their upkeep. And bounce this. Okay, Cub goes back to their hand. They're going to trigger Ashling. Huge. Make some mana. Play a card. Oh god, they're just casting a big elemental. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, no, they're absolutely doing it. Oh god, it's Ouroboros. It's even worse, man. This is not good. We are so cooked. Yeah, we will discard 2 cards. Both of those. And, I mean, I don't even think that we can survive here, so we're just gonna pack this one up. Yep. Opponent's got that. Alright, sideboard. Okay, so we definitely want Get Out, Pyroclasm, Abrade, and Broadside. Let's take out Pierce. Let's drop some of these Abandon attachments. Actually, leave in A Abandon. Take out A Slight. Alright, and run it just like this. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what we got. It's a little painful, but like it's not the worst. If we can power through our stuff relatively quickly, these look fine. If we can hit some decent cards off the top, will be cool. Opponent's mulliganing, which is even better. Alright. Steam Vents. Shot that in. Slight. I mean, Sunderflock, I guess, will go in hand. And pass. Wow, opponent just goes for Stomping Ground tapped. Oh my god, can we get anything beside these big cards? Like, I hate the idea of just casting that and throwing everything back into our hand, but it's almost looking like the best option. Alright. Ooh, this is not good. Our hand is gummed up with nothing but big creatures. Okay, play the Leyline Weaver. Okay, you are gonna shock in a land, play another 1-mana spell? Nope. Just letting that one go. Okay. We're so dead. We are super dead. There's no shot this is gonna work out. Badger Mole? Yeah? What you got now? Casting the Void. Gene Pollinator. I mean, Pyroclasm, I'm not going to complain about if I see it. Thank you, Moto Premium. Mmm. 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 That's strong. That's good. Okay. Well, we may be cooked. Sure. Okay. Do your thing. That's totally fine, I guess. Uh, Turning something into all types. Quantum Riddler. Okay. Are you gonna scam this Riddler somehow? Scam Riddler would go crazy. I mean, yeah, we'll just kill this, I guess. Like, no shot you don't just kill this right now. Okay, detect intrusion, countering that. I mean, no shot this works. Okay, you flip them over. Mill 3. Okay. Are you just gonna cast the guy? You gotta cast it. Okay, they cast their Quantum Riddler. Drew some cards. Still haven't activated Oko. Okay, now they're going to... Oh god, are they... Are they late? No way they're Nature's Rhythming. Nature's Rhythm for 4, just getting Quantum Riddler is pretty good, though. Are you just Nature's Rhythming for Hoof? Yeah? Okay. You did your thing. Cool stuff, opponent. GG's. I'll see y'all in match number 2. Okay. Match number 2, we're going to be on the draw. This is a super keepable hand, though. So, depending on what our opponent does. Okay. Opponent might be a paid actor. Who knows? Alright, so opponent accidentally skipped their first turn. And I think now we are in a really good spot because of that. But it looks like they might be elementals. Alright, play this. Say go. Yeah, it looks like opponents. The elementals deck. Nope. You are another teamer creature deck. Yeah, that's definitely going in the hand. Neat. Love that for me. Alright, we're going to double opt and then burst lightning their creature. Oh my god, are they 4-color rhythm? Sure, that's going in hand. No, you're not going in hand. Okay. Alright, so we are going to cast that and this, get that, pass through this, and if they play just a whole bunch of stuff, are we cool with all of it? Yeah. Nature's Rhythm. Getting that. Oh, buddy. I'm sorry, opponent. Well, let's go ahead and play this out. And then we're just gonna cast that. And I'm pretty sure the opponent's just scooping it up now. Yeah. Reasonable. Real. Okay. So against another one. A Braid and the Pyro. Bring in that and a Get Out. And then we drop an Abandon, Spell Pierce, Detect Intrusion, and a sleight of hand. That being said, they are four colors, so that does make me question if a null is good. But I think we're just going to try it like this for now. Okay, we are going to keep this hand and then watch our opponent play a forest, shock it to pollinate their genes. Alright, well. Ooh, I love that we hit that dragon hunt right here. Alright, so if they go for the turn to Badger Mole, we counter it, kill the gene pollinator after. We are just calling all of our shots. Okay. Well, blue, red. I mean, it seems kind of reasonable just to dump this opt here. But I think weirdly enough, it might be okay for us to drop this Hearth Elemental and go from there. I mean, having the ability to just play stuff and then eventually slam a creature earlier is huge. Okay. Pollinating their genes, that's fine. Pollinate away. Riddler. Okay. You know what? We're going to go ahead and just pass to this opponent. We have the ability to counter all of their stuff, which feels incredible. Like this. This gets countered. Alright, and we will put that on the bottom. Alright. We're getting ready to just absolutely flock this opponent up. Alright. We tell our opponent to get flocked. And opponent, are you scooping it up? They scoop it up. Sick. See you guys in match number 3. Alright, match number 3. We're going to be on the play. And I love this hand. Alright, let's see what our opponent's going to decide to do. They're keeping. We're just going to go ahead and slight. Sunderflock's an okay pickup, but Winter Night Stories is just better. It's arguably so much better. Alright, and opponent goes Island and passes. Okay, well, we hit a Sunderflock anyway. So next turn we're going to go Winter Night Stories. Let's see, just doing that. Let's opt in response. I don't hate that. That lets us flock. Okay, and opponents just passing. We don't really get a good indication if they're lessons or anything else just from that, but I do like seeing Seer. Okay. Alright. Searing the Otter. It's their turn. They are a grand deck. All right. What's it looking like? What's it looking like, opponent? You know what? Yeah, we'll let you have that. Mm, no, nothing there. Well, this has been an interesting turn. Okay, we could have countered that and would have immediately hurt ourselves, but there's this. This is brutal. This is a back-breaking turn right here for us. All right, they're going to draw a card off of this discard. And again, we can't blame them. This is the exact thing their deck is meant to do. They, yeah, drew a card, passing through everything. Cool. Let's dump that. Phenomenal. All right. We're going to do this. We're going to just tap Grand Grand. Because right now, Grand Grand is a problem. And hope that our opponent cannot bounce this crab. Okay. Binning a firebending lesson. And if they make a treasure, I think we can go ahead and assume that they're going to cast a combustion technique. Okay. How good are we at predicting their hand? Okay. Okay. I mean, now I'm definitely just going to swing. And we'll play this Hearth Elemental. As much as I want to go ahead and use everything here, I think it's better off this way. Ooh, and there it is. There it is. The reason why we could hold on to that. Okay. Yeah. Combustion technique. Two combustion techniques go crazy right here. No, another monument. Goodness. Okay, so do we die? That's an even better question at this point. Because we could very seriously die. Okay, making all these treasures. Everything's cheaper. Oh, God, we are about to get comboed. All right. They've got the cards to get there. We need to have a very specific combination of stuff. and it needs to be a way for us to get rid of Gran and then still have a not Boros Charm, a Burst Lightning, and they just have nothing. Yep, boomeranging our Sunderflock. Cycle through everything. Yeah, we're super dead. Just, they got us. Okay, so what do we want against them? A Braid, a Null, and this Ral is going to be huge. Get Out is not super useful against them. Let's see. Seer has some utility, but not that much. And then we can probably get rid of this Bounce Off. And Glacial. Bring that in, and we'll drop a Slight. And run it like that. We got to be faster, and trying to cast a Soulstone Sanctuary or the Soul Guide Lantern is not fast enough. This is fine. We need just a little bit more interaction, but I like that we have this Detect Intrusion. Alright. Go ahead and pass. Cool. They don't shock anything in. We will bin that. Okay, Flock is something. Well, let's go ahead and do this. Cool. Healed through the turn. Okay. Let's see. All right. Not letting you sculpt your hand more. Alright, so they play a River Pyre. And I assume they're just going to pass. Who knows? They passed. Okay. So we've got 2 in hand. We gotta do this and hope for the best. Alright. Hoping for the best. Hoping for the best. Okay, they countered it. Yeah. I think it might have been better for them to go ahead and just counter that instead of countering the Hearth Elemental. Because now we still just have a creature that we can cast at some point. Now, let's try to cast this. If it works, rad. I'm not expecting... Oh, sugar. We're going down swinging. Alright, we drew a bunch of bad cards. I think it's not crazy for us to just bin a Sunderflock. And let's play a tap land and say go. Okay, if they're gonna kill it, they're gonna kill it now. They also have no fear of us throwing a counterspell in their direction. So they may try to go off right here. Are they... Yep. Combustion techniquing. Okay. Grand. No, just Storm Chaser, okay. Ooh, but Boomerang. And then they're doing the thing. They play it again. Oh, they have an extra land. Ooh, daring. The problem is we can technically go kill one. And then we will cast... No, we're not going to cast those. We're going to wait. We're going to wait and cast this Eddy Merc. Ooh, okay. That's a start to the shenanigans. Alright, you got it. It'll quench you. It's the quenchiest. Nope, you got it. Alright, hitting us down to 15. Sick. Okay, getting another Sunderflock. I mean, we don't have to cast these kind of cowardly anymore. Ta-da! Alright, get flocked. And... buying back. Ooh, Broadside Barrage. Barrage is crazy. I like it. And you still got one in hand. It's Combustion Technique. The one in hand is Combustion Technique. Okay, well, there's 8 lands. If I get one more, I can hard cast this Sunderflock. Okay. What you getting back? You get back a Boomerang Basics. You're gonna Boomerang Basics your thing. Been an island. Uh-oh. Do you have another one? Okay. I don't know how we get into this situation. 2 cards. These. Yeah, we're just gonna hard cast this, I guess. That's insane. Two cards. Wow, that is brutal. Okay, so opponent is playing back the Storm Chaser, discarding, getting stuff. We've done so deep in our deck, and we've only managed to find one Eddy Merc. One Eddy Merc. But they took out 2. of our Hearth Elementals. Okay. So, drawing a bunch of cards. We're still okay. But this isn't the best spot. Accumulate wisdom. Yeah, opponent's doing the thing. Opponent's going off. And what are we doing? That could have been cool a couple turns ago in basically an entirely different game. Yeah, 2 cards. Boop, boop. And I don't want to touch anything. Your go, opponent. Okay. This is not looking up pretty favorably for us. Okay, they're going for another Storm Chaser's talent. Is Storm Chaser's talent really the threat that we want it to be? No. We gotta save these for the right cards. Alright, you're going to combat. This is dead. I don't think you're gonna counter that. Cool. Alright, nothing. 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 Cool. Sleight of hand. Nice. Eddie McCrab. Okay. Well. Let's go ahead and just do this. Force our opponent to do literally anything else. Looks like they're just going to draw a bunch of cards, which we can't deal with that, but we can hopefully stop them from bouncing and doing a bunch of weird lines like that. Agna Kella. Okay. Cool. Cast your Storm Chaser's talents. I am totally okay with that. I know you don't have something like a D stroke in hand, but it's completely possible with you digging through the top 38 cards of your deck in this match. Okay. There's a D stroke. So, let's see. No possible play. Yield. I don't have any play that I can make to that. I can't do anything cool. I'm not tapping my lands. I'm not tapping my lands. Not tapping any of my lands. Okay, you got a grand. Get that out of here. You're not getting that one. That's what I thought. Alright. So now What are we looking for off the top of this deck? Definitely not a land. So anyway, they were up there in the eddy, lurking in the merkin. Did not particularly think about that one. Alright. I mean, we did force them to draw and discard, which is pretty fun. Combustion technique for 11. Yikes. Okay. Yeah. That is a move. Do you have a... Let's go. That's foul. That's absolutely foul, opponent. Holy. Okay, that is real rough for us. Flash freeze. I mean, if you got another monument in hand, this goes hard. Okay, you're just abandoning attachments. Cool. Yeah, discard, do your thing. Go off. Threw a Gran away. Go off. You got 14 cards left in your deck. Ain't no way that all of them aren't just like monuments. Dog, ain't no way you're trying to actually activate the Storm Chaser's talent. Holy. Okay, there's a monument. Trigger, do some stuff. And there's a boomerang. Trigger, do some stuff. Okay, they activate a Storm Chaser's talent. Ooh, getting back the combustion technique. Luckily for you, our next card isn't a creature. I knew it wasn't a creature. The power of foresight. Alright, what you got? 2 cards. Doot. You're not getting this Eddie Merc out of my hand, opponent. Not anytime soon. Soon is now. Alright. Let's go ahead and send this away. And we're dead. We're so dead. We ain't coming back. GG, opponent. You got this one. See y'all in match number 4. Alrighty, match number 4. And we're going to be on the play with an okay hand. Okay, I can deal with this. We're going to start with a sleight of hand into probably just hold up mana and sear. Or maybe it's actually just that tapped and say go. Alright, opponent has a multiversal passage shocking on forest. Alright, well. Honestly, let's go ahead and do this. We will finally take the Eddie Merc. Let's see if we can get real lucky with this snare. Paw Patch Recruit. Dang. Alright. Ooh, another Eddie is really bad. Alright. Yeah, we gotta kill that one now, too. Okay. Okay. And the problem is we can't have really gone after the Llanowar elf. This is looking real bad. Okay. Are they just Gruul aggro? Frenzied Baloth? Yeah, it looks that way. And unfortunately, this spell snare was real useless in that particular moment. Alright. Let's do this. I don't think opponent's going to be doing anything insane besides that. Alright. I mean, we're not countering any creature spells. That's the problem. If we could get rid of that Frenzied Baloth, we'd be in such better shape right now in this game. We need a Sunderflock, something awful. Is that Ben Riley? Okay. Did not expect the Ben Riley. Uh. Well, yeah, now we definitely have to do this. Is Hearth Elemental that good here? Or is Sleight of Hand just better? I think Sleight of Hand helps us just a little bit more. That's the furthest thing from helping us right now. Okay. Let's swing. Okay. I mean, now we're just going to do upkeep, stop. I guess just kill or tap these things down. And if you try to do some type of really basic spell to start off with, we're fine. Alright, so that's bigger. Alright, that's definitely getting countered. Okay. Sunderflock does hit hard here. You know what? I'll be okay with that because we can stoke the genius. That's been that. No flock. Alright. We're just casting this. Move into combat. And we're going to leave it like this. Let's see what our opponent does here. Paying big cost for a Nova Hellkite. Okay. Dealing a damage to that. Let's go ahead and just abandon attachments. Okay. So we got some stuff going on here. Let's block, block. That's 7 that we take down to 4. Okay, the right kind of spell there would have done us real dirty. That's not going in hand. Oh, no. We're like right there at the line. And I think it's got to be those two. Alright. Let's cast that. Alright. We're swinging. Okay. We're actually extremely close to killing our opponent. And they have killed us instead. GG. Ugh. So close. And I think had we probably... Yeah, we were nowhere close. We were so far away from the Sunder Flock. Alright. Well, what do we want here? Abrade, Pyroclasm, Broadside Barrage, and Get Out are all really good. And then Spell Pierce, Glacial, Abandon, and Slight can all come out, and we'll run it like that. Alright, we will be on the play. Hand sucks, keep. Now, we need to preserve as much of our life total as possible. So I think it is just going to be Steam Vents tapped and then pass. Yeah. Okay, let's see what they end up doing. Forest into an elf. Alright, let's Slight. See what we're going to get. Burst Lightning. Love that as a card off the top for us. And just indiscriminately killing that now. Alright. So now we need to get better cards. Okay, Magebane Lizard is a card to see. This is definitely a deck of all time. Oh my goodness. Alright. Well, this opt can help dig us into some cards to help us flock easier. Alright, opting. Spell Snare's bad right now. Okay, and that's not much better. Well, that is an island, and we'll keep letting our opponent do their thing. I think if they just attack and play something even bigger, we're kind of cooked. No, this is like a S tier aggro deck. Oh my god. Sure. A Hired Claw and Magebane Lizard? Yep, you got this one, opponent. GG. Alrighty, match number 5. We're going to be on the draw with, I guess, a hand that's fine. It does things. Our opponent mulligans to 6. Sacred Foundry, untapped Momo. Well, Momo can die. That's a thing. And okay, Sunbillow into Sarkon would have been cool. That's a Dragonhawk. I don't think we're making it much further into this game. Sure. Sunderflock. Yeah. I don't know if we're making it that much further into this game. Okay. Well, play that Nova Hellkite. This is going on the bottom. There's a land. I mean, until we hit that Sunderflock, I was more than willing to just let these discard things. But maybe I just need to go ahead and do this. Alright. So Sarkon and Dragonhawk would hit me for 9. I mean, just doing that's chill too, opponent. Alright, so they're just going to hardcast Dragonhawk, yeah. Exile Magmatic Hellkite. Pretty good. Let's Burst Lightning. And then we will move to combat. Swing. And then okay. Well, now we have to do this. Alright, so if they shock in a land, that can be countered. That can also be countered. And they cannot move past that point. Alright, love that for us. So now we got a sideboard against dragons. The previous front runner, I guess, for this event. Well, their creatures are huge. So just regular removal is going to be kind of hard against them. But we do know that this D-Stroke has a great place now. And Launchy Tong's not going to be super good. What can we keep against them? Alright, so Glacial Dragon Hunt can kind of go down. Spell Pierce can go down. And I think we got to keep the Spell Snares in. Bounce Off is okay. Detect Intrusion can go. And Abandon can go. Okay, this hand is very keepable. Opponent plays Inspiring and passes. Goes Cavern on Human. And goes for Voice of Victory. Okay. Okay. Thankfully, we have a means to kill that. So, like, I don't hate this. Red and that. And pass to you. And what you got? Show us everything you got going on, opponent. Yeah. Shocking it in. And you got to cast something. Still making it uncounterable. I respect that. Oh, Clarion Conqueror and another Voice of Victory. Wow. Okay. So, what do we do here? I think we now have to... We have to act pretty seriously in this exact scenario. Let's go ahead and do this. We can probably discard some of these really just horrendous. Yeah. Like, these can get dropped. And then next turn, it's... Next turn, it's like Hearth Elemental. And then we can Sunderflock a turn after. Ooh. Ooh, Magmatic Hellkite is a strong play. Okay, so I'm getting hit for 6. Alright, we are going to go for... I guess it's Slight. Let's get that Steam Vent. Let us cast our Hearth. And let's hope that everything else could have been good. I completely forgot about the Voice of Victory. No! Okay. So what do you have, opponent? Oh, are you just casting a Legend of Roku? Oh no, you're casting another Hellkite. Okay. That puts us in a extremely awkward spot. So there's just 8 coming at us. All right. Well, we gotta have absolutely everything. Maybe they just cast a Hellkite. Nope. They're doing that, which feels much, much worse. Bottom. Okay, there's another Hearth Elemental. Sarkhan. And reveal that. Okay. I'll do it again. Oh, opponent just scooped it up. All right, sick. Finish 2-3. I'll see y'all in the wrap up. So, this deck feels good, but my god, it is a trap. Blue-red is best when it's lessons, and anything outside of that just really feels like easy tier 2 territory. I think if you're going to play an Izzet deck that isn't lessons, you really do just need to be playing prowess, because it is the Izzet deck that just is at the top of the format. But that's everything. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that follow button. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to see me play next. Modern season's coming up, so be ready for a lot of good modern content on this channel. Peace.